Well, hey there guys, and welcome to a brand new Ed's Retro Geek Out. Today I have a video about me and my buddies going out over to Brussels to hit up some retro stores. Mainly, we usually go there for finding some retro video games, but I'm always on the hunt for retro toys. So let's take you guys along. We went out, we found some stuff, and yeah. As you can see, what we usually hit up when we head over to Brussels is we hit up some thrift stores right before we head into the center. Most of them are called Pele Melee, and this is one where there's usually a good variety of video games, and they even have some cool horror stuff. I didn't end up picking anything up over here, but over at Super Gabby Games, run by my buddy Jack, he did have some cool stuff, actually. It's the first time I saw his store. Every little corner is packed with just stuff. There's pops in there, there's lots of video games. There's a couple turtles in here. They're like all scattered around, honestly. So, it's kind of like digging for treasure. Oh, I don't know how much they cost though. So. But nothing I need. Let's open this with one of the other movie guys' characters, but I already have this one. Some Motu. There's just some Dreamcasts scattered around in here. Like it's not a big deal. But the thing that was catching my eyes mostly was in the back. He had a separate room where there was a lot more just 90s and 80s nostalgic stuff. Lots of bins filled with toys. I went through a couple of these, found some turtles, found some Master of the Universe. But there was one thing that was really catching my eye. Can you find anything?
Not really.
Not really. Dragonflies.
Have you seen this box?
I actually want that because it's like the bad guy. Gonna have to see how much that is.
And he really flies.
I kind of want that. Yeah. Okay, so this Dragonflies was 25. Not sure about it. But it's cool to find it, finally, because I've been looking for one for a long time. And yeah, guys, I ended up picking up this Dragonflies Dreadwing. I've been on the lookout for these toys, actually, and I didn't expect to be buying it complete in box or anything. I mean, the box has some issues, but I was like, hey, this is cool. I'm actually going to pick this up. I didn't know these guys came with weapons, so that's a new one. Box isn't really in, like, pristine shape or anything, but at least now I know everything that's in here. It's not these that got canceled or recalled or banned, but the Sky Dancer's the female variant of the same type of toy. The toys had the same gimmick, the Sky Dancers and the Dragonflies. I did, however, watch the cartoons that came with this toy. It ended up being 25 euros, and at the end, when we were trying to leave, I actually wasn't going to take it, but I decided to take my chances and ask if he wanted to give me a €5 discount, so I ended up picking this up for 20 euros, and I think that was pretty good, especially because this is the character I wanted. I also picked up Streets of Rage 4, which is a new released Streets of Rage game. One of my favorite ones on the Mega Drive or Genesis. I totally love these beat 'em ups. I can't wait to start playing this one. The graphics are more drawn, it seems, than they represent that 16-bit that I love about Streets of Rage, but should be okay. This was definitely tickling that nostalgia button for me. After we hit up Super Gabby Games, we ended up parking the car in the center of Brussels, and from there we could just walk around to all the other stores, which were all still open. So we went to Infinity Games, we went to Smart Toys. At Smart Toys, me and Matthias were kind of both contemplating on getting something. And I ended up picking it up eventually. I think Matthias will still take it if I don't like it. But this one is called Blazing Chrome, and our Switch game. This one is limited run. You know, my issues with limited run is I just want to go to a store and buy it and not be like pre-ordering stuff and all that crap. But it's the only way you're going to get most of these instantly good looking retro video games. So Blazing Chrome is basically Contra. Kind of feels like Contra. It's pretty neat. That's why I wanted to pick it up. From there, from Smart Toys, we took a little detour. Ended up finding 2 toy stores, which was actually pretty great. The first one, I forgot the name, but it seemed like a manga store, so you get like Japanese cuddly animals and stuff like that. But on the outside, me and Matthews are like, hey, there's NECA stuff in here. There's actually gremlins and stuff. And they ended up having a whole section dedicated to NECA. Now, most of this stuff was NECA from a couple years ago, which is still fine. Prices were a bit high on these, but it's nice to find another spot where they have some cool NECA stuff. NECA falling down everywhere over here. Right next to it was another toy store which had some really cool vintage pieces. It was fun. It was fun to find an actual vintage toy store in Brussels, because usually we go over there for retro games. Didn't end up picking anything out over there, but he did have like one of the big chap aliens that just came in. It wasn't for sale yet. He had some gremlins, but they were out of my price range. But lots of cool stuff to look at. So if you're in that neighborhood, definitely go check out that store. And then we hit up another Pele Mele Thrift store. This time it was really packed, lots of new games, but unfortunately we already have a lot. So there's not a lot of stuff out there that's, you know, tickling. There's not lots of stuff left out there for me to find retro gaming wise. When I walked in, I actually saw in the back something I was very interested in. ended up asking about it, and they were kind of like laughing with me, like, why would he want that? They ended up popping an €8 price tag on the thing I wanted, and I was like, sure, let's bring this guy along. So I got one of these smaller Boglins in really great shape. This guy is looking absolutely amazing. Colors are still really nice on this one, even like the little toot still has that. So yeah, this was definitely a good grab for me for €8. I wasn't going to leave this little Boglin behind, so you know me, I like my Boglins. And I also ended up picking up a complete in-box game. This is Smash TV. It's kind of like a classic, but I never really got into it. But yeah, it's got the double-fisted action. This is the NTSC version of it. Man, it was looking okay. I didn't have this one boxed yet, so I decided to pick that up. So Renzo, are you jealous of my pickups?
Very jealous, yes. Especially this.
What did you get, Matti?
I got this nice and clean copy of Soul Blazer
Nice.
for €80.
Nicely done.
It's okay.
It's good because it's the USA version,
Yeah.
so you know it's gonna be in English.
Yeah. Not the PAL German version.
Yeah. I think like the Scandinavian one is the only one that's in English for the PAL countries.
Yep.
So there
It's
you
way
go.
expensive, eh?
Yeah. This is Brussels.
COVID.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say here. Eggs bullet holes. Yeah, a couple bullet holes, but it's all good. So over at Old Star Games, we went in there. Unfortunately, they were like, yeah, we're going to start doing inventory next month. So they didn't have really too much stock in yet. Neither did all of the other stores. It seemed like when we went there last time, which was probably a couple months before lockdown, not much did change. But they did have some new stuff in their NTSC bin, which is where I'm always heading out to find stuff I'm missing, because most of the NES games I'm missing are NTSC exclusive ones. They also had a couple of buckets of toys. Looked in there, didn't really find anything interesting, but it was fun to see them shifting to also adding retro toys to the roster, which is definitely going to be something cool to look forward to my next trips when I head out to the big city. I ended up picking up two NES games I needed for my collection. I ended up picking up this Superman game, which is notoriously bad, but it looked so cool because, I mean, Superman, he's like this tiny dude in here, like sprite-wise. Yeah, it looks really funny, and that's why I wanted it. Also, because I'm trying to go for a full set, but yeah, never gonna happen. Also picked up Arkanoid, which is probably an arcade classic. Arkanoid you would get in actually a big box that came with like an extra controller, so you would have like a roller ball thing or something that would make it easier to play this game. Like I said before, it's an arcade classic, and I needed to have it for the collection, so picked up two more NES games going towards that full set. And then I saw this thing in one of the glass cases. This is a Mario pin button. You can button on like this. It says, "Everyone a winner, ask me for details." So back in the day, this was not something you could buy. Only the guys owning the store would get this, or the representatives, and it was featured in some kind of promo. So I asked about it. Hey, are you willing to get rid of this little thing right here? And he was like, yeah, sure, I have two. So I ended up picking this up, and this is probably my favorite pickup next to the Boglin. So yeah, that was fun. It was a great time I had together with Matthias and Renzo. Cool to hang out with these guys again. And yeah, hopefully we can do it soon again. Maybe figure out another route. Find some other stores that we can hit up. Have like a more chilled session over there, maybe do some more live footage. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm working on a new toy history and some other videos that are more horror related for the Halloween month that we're in. And yeah, they should be coming out pretty soon. Thank you so much for all your support. And yeah, leave a like, leave a comment. How are you doing? Let me know down in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. See you later. Bye.